estrogen can trigger a surprising range of changes throughout the body, from mood swings to brain fog to skin changes, joint pains, and even heart problems. Estrogen protects major parts of the body, like the brain, heart, and bones. So when levels drop, the effects can show up in unexpected ways. Hello, I'm Dr. Barron, and in this video, we'll talk about 10 signs of low estrogen and why they matter. Number 1, mood swings. Low estrogen often leads to mood swings and general sense of being on edge or easily overwhelmed. Estrogen regulates brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, which helps stabilize mood and manage stress. Without enough estrogen, emotions can feel intense and unpredictable. Number 2, fatigue and low energy. Women with low estrogen often describe fatigue as deep, persistent exhaustion that affect both their body and their mind. Many say they don't feel like themselves anymore. They push through their days, trying their best to stay productive, but underneath it all, they're physically and mentally drained. Number 3, skin changes. Estrogen plays a big role in keeping skin hydrated, thick, and elastic by promoting collagen production. When estrogen levels drop, especially around menopause, the skin can start to feel dry, itchy, and rough, almost like it's changing from soft and smooth to crepey. This change is most noticeable in delicate areas like the face, jawline, neck, and around the eyes, where the skin is thinner and more sensitive. Without enough estrogen, skin loses moisture and elasticity, making fine lines and sagging more visible. Visible skin changes also affect the arms and hands, where the skin tends to thin out. Many women complain that thinning skin and loss of moisture causes irritation and uncomfortable itching. Because of this, it's super important not to overlook the neck and hands when applying moisturizers and rejuvenating creams. These areas need care just as much as the face to keep the skin feeling comfortable and young looking. Suzanne Somers famously described menopause symptoms with her 7 dwarfs metaphor: itchy, cranky, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and achy. I had to change one word to keep it clean. So far, we've covered the first 3. Itchy and dry skin, cranky, irritable mood, and sleepy for fatigue. Number 4, abdominal fat and bloating. When estrogen levels are normal, the body tends to store fat around the hips and thighs, creating what's often called a pear shape. This type of fat storage is usually healthier and linked to lower risk of heart disease and diabetes. But when estrogen drops during menopause, fat starts to shift and build up more around the belly instead, leading to an apple shape. This belly fat is called visceral fat, and it sits around the organs inside the abdomen. This kind of fat is more dangerous because it raises the risk of heart problems, diabetes, and other health issues. Low estrogen also slows down metabolism, so the body burns fewer calories, making it easier to gain weight. Plus, the body may hold on to more water and digestion can slow down, which causes bloating and that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in the belly. Number 5 is hot flashes and night sweats. Hot flashes and night sweats are among the most well-known symptoms of the menopause transition. They often come on suddenly, a wave of heat rising through the chest, neck, and face, sometimes followed by flushing and a layer of perspiration. Some women describe it as having their own personal summer because they feel hot while everyone else is comfortable. At night, these episodes can disrupt sleep, leaving women tired and irritable the next day. The underlying cause is linked to estrogen's role in regulating the hypothalamus, the part of the brain that controls body temperature. When estrogen levels drop, the hypothalamus becomes more sensitive to slight changes in body temperature, triggering these intense heat responses even when the body's actual temperature hasn't changed much. For some women, these symptoms are occasional and mild. For others, they can be frequent, unpredictable, and significantly impact daily life and rest. Number 6 is brain fog and worsening ADHD symptoms. Estrogen helps keep the brain sharp by regulating neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine, which are essential for attention, memory, and executive function. When estrogen levels drop during perimenopause and menopause, these neurotransmitter systems can become less efficient, leading to brain fog, poor concentration, forgetfulness, and worsening ADHD symptoms. Sleep disruption from hot flashes and night sweats often compounds the problem, leaving the brain fatigued and less able to concentrate. The combined effect of low estrogen and fragmented sleep can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming, and for women with ADHD, these challenges are often magnified. A very interesting survey from Attitude magazine found that 94% of women with pre-existing ADHD experienced worsening symptoms during perimenopause and menopause, and 70% said brain fog and memory problems had a major, even life-altering impact on their lives. Number 7 is vaginal dryness, urinary tract infections, and interstitial cystitis. When estrogen level drops, the lining of the genital tract thins and loses its natural elasticity and moisture, and the natural acidic environment that helps prevent infections is reduced. This makes tissue more prone to dryness, irritation, and discomfort, and increases the risk of urinary tract infections. The bladder can also become more sensitive during this time. Interstitial cystitis is a chronic bladder condition causing pain, pressure, and frequent urge to urinate. Interstitial cystitis can flare up as estrogen levels fall. Normally, estrogen helps maintain a strong, resilient bladder lining, so when levels drop, the bladder wall becomes more delicate and prone to inflammation. Number 8 is joint pain and stiffness. Low estrogen can make your joints ache and feel stiff. Estrogen normally acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, keeping your joints smooth and pain-free by reducing inflammatory molecules like TNF-alpha and IL-6. When estrogen drops during menopause, this protective effect decreases. That leads to more inflammation, stiffness, and discomfort, especially in the knees, hands, and other small joints. Number 9 is bone loss. Low estrogen accelerates bone loss. Normally, estrogen keeps bones strong by balancing the breakdown and rebuilding of bone tissue. When estrogen drops, this balance shifts and bones start losing density faster, about 1 to 2% per year in the first several years after menopause. Over time, this can increase the risk of fractures. Number 10 is broken heart syndrome. Estrogen also affects the heart and how it responds to stress. Low estrogen makes the heart more sensitive to sudden surges of stress hormones like adrenaline, and can cause sudden weakness of the heart muscle. This condition was first described in Japan, and it is called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. The name Takotsubo is a Japanese word which means a pot used for trapping octopus. It refers to the shape of the heart in people with this condition. It is called broken heart syndrome because it can be triggered by a significant emotional stress. It can look like a heart attack with chest pain and shortness of breath, but fortunately, the condition is temporary and reversible. This shows how estrogen helps protect the heart during physical or emotional stress. I would like to mention a couple of important points. Perimenopause and menopause are times when estrogen levels drop. And yes, a lot of the symptoms we talked about, like hot flashes, brain fog, and mood changes, are connected to that drop. But here is something you should know. Not every symptom is automatically from low estrogen, and if we assume it is, we might miss another cause. For example, anxiety and palpitations are common around menopause, but we are now seeing many cases of dysautonomia related to long COVID. In these cases, the autonomic nervous system becomes dysregulated, causing sudden increases in heart rate, palpitations, and a sensation of anxiety. Another example is with women on thyroid medication. Estrogen normally increases a protein in the blood called thyroxine-binding globulin, which binds some of your thyroid hormone. When estrogen drops, thyroxine-binding globulin levels drop as well. That leaves more thyroid hormone unbound or free and active in your body. Sometimes the TSH blood test might be just borderline, or the labs may look completely normal. But the lower estrogen can make women more sensitive to their thyroid medication. They may start to feel jittery, anxious, or overstimulated, even if nothing has changed with their prescription. In these cases, lowering the dose of the thyroid medication can make them feel much better. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this helpful, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And remember, this video is for educational purposes only and not a substitute for medical advice. If you're experiencing symptoms, always talk with your healthcare provider. I'll see you in the next one.